Hello and welcome back. I'm Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more Imperator as Phrygia. It's been a few days since I played this campaign last. I've had some stuff going on in my personal life that's kind of making it hard for me to record on a more consistent schedule. It's actually been affecting my streaming as well, so apologize for that, but let's get back to it. You might notice that the interface looks a little bit different. That's because the game is officially live on Steam for all to play, and that means that mods are available on the workshop. So the very first mod I installed was a mod to change the font in the game from atrocious to much better. So it's actually readable now. How great is that? And it also is slightly thicker, which makes it come across a lot better on YouTube. Hopefully that, specifically what I mean here is if you look at like that green text, the decimal places and stuff like that, you'll probably be able to see that little green decimal dot now. Or if we can find some red, where's like a red tooltip? There we go. Those red decimal places and also like just the numbers in general are so hard to read with the default font. Also, I installed a mod to get rid of some of the fog and just the stuff that makes the game like harder to see from a tactical standpoint. Aesthetics are nice, but I play this game for the strategy. Or I play games in general for strategy. So, all right, it's time for an Omen. We are currently at 40.9% religious unity. Omen power is quite weak. I'm just gonna take Blessing of Tai Chi still. Barbarians have done a thing. That's not good. Barbarians, it says. Yes. Exclamation. We're being offered a trade route. I accept. Why not? Money is good. Okay, we've got an army that's there. We're using the moose. Even that is easier to see now. That's great. You can actually see the numbers. Like, they're not so thin that you can't read them as they're happening. So, bureaucratic issues. We have issues keeping track of our satrapies as well as taking care of our people at large. With our bureaucracy stretched thin, our subjects are becoming ever more ruly. And as things stand right now, we will have to care for one of the groups as we are unable to control both of them. National unrest. We will care for our people. Loyalty of subject states -5, and Cappadocia loses opinion, or we could lose 466 ducats. Well, you know, we have a surplus in income. I'd rather just keep on spending money versus taking opinion hits with subjects. So, Olympic Games. We can send a young guy with 5 marshals, 7 civic power, and 9 oratory power. Sure, let's send that guy. Why not? See what happens. Okay, scorn families. Are any of them, like, important? Big families? Again, it's been a little while since I played this, so doesn't look like it is. Nobody important. We got 15 light cav. Do we have access to iron? We do have access to iron. I want to start getting some heavy infantry as well as the light cav. I'm very, very high on horse archers, hippies, and all that, but since the last time I recorded this campaign, I've had another campaign where the sheer fortitude of heavy infantry really kind of changed my opinion a little bit on what the best units are, right? I do think that there's a place for heavy infantry, war elephants, you know, like, I don't know, I'm not gonna really speak to like unit balance here completely, but even this tooltip, man, it's so much easier to read now. I love this font change. So, yeah, the thing about heavy infantry that was making them really strong is that morale damage taken -10%, and then just the fact that most units, it doesn't show it very clearly here in this tooltip, because this shows the bonuses that they have. But if you look at, like, say, light infantry versus heavy infantry, they do 25% reduced damage, and in addition, these guys take 10% reduced morale damage, so, like, they barely scratch them. Archers do reduced damage to, not to heavy infantry, but horses do reduced damage to heavy infantry -50%. So hippies versus large heavy infantry armies are not going to work out. We're going to want to have a little bit of a balance to our overall composition. Petition. The wealthier residents of Karai have sent a formal petition on behalf of the entire province. Every owned city in the province of Orsoian gets petition ignored, or we can lose loyalty with this guy. I'm okay with that. A little bit of loyalty loss is not a big deal. Barbarians are still in my lands. Let's see. So when they occupied it, they did do some damage to the civilization level. They are just barbarians, so we should be alright here. This army has a 9 martial score leader. We cannot change a leader here, except we might actually be allowed to because the game is not right. Let's see if we can find a better martial character. Alright, so we've got 10, 10, 10. We've got Researcher, the Epiproxenos. So our Epiproxenos is currently our guy who's doing the oratory value, but he's also got 10 martial. Let's see if we can replace him with someone comparable. It is aggressive expansion change. I think I actually just recently appointed him here because I wanted that aggressive expansion change over time. But I'd rather have a better leader. Again, looking at the combat values in this game, 9 martial is going to round down to 8, divided by 2 equals 4. So he's basically like a 4 shock general. If we get a 10 martial general, then we have like a 5 shock general, which is a pretty good advantage over that. Plus they have superior numbers, so... I also have low morale. Morale's currently at 0 for it. Let's do... Interesting that he's still assigned to a size 0 army. That's really weird. What's going on with that? I don't know. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna just do this. I'm going to just switch over to this guy for right now. It's only a month or 2, right? Get the guy appointed, then if we combine them in, since he's got a higher stat, he'll take control, even though that other army was still there. This army does have 3.0 something morale. Let's wait till beginning of next month. And we're going to want to use probably Deception. Deception will counter Skirmishing, which is likely to be what they use if they're using anything. They do actually have, surprisingly, they've got those heavy cavalry? Heavy cavalry and 2 horse archers. Yeah, let's go with Phalanx. Whatever. Yeah. Phalanx counters the Moose. Rhino versus Moose. Rhino wins. Even though we have pure light cavalry. This makes sense. Looks like somebody else has reinforced this fight. Must be one of our subjects or something. These heavy infantry coming in from the sides. Alright, let's now, again, this is one of those things where it's like, you cannot remove a leader. Yeah, but I want to, so I'm going to. I'm just going to do that, and then I'll put someone else in charge, like that guy, and then I'll put this guy back to here. So don't tell me what I can't do. That army is not dead yet, but it's routed enough that we should be able to kill it. White peace is imminent, but not really. It says the war goal is still being contested with a red X, which means that even though it's been long enough for a white peace, because the war goal is being contested, the white peace won't actually happen. Alright, so we're currently trying to... So we declared war on this guy. Trying to separate peace Sparta and Megalopolis before we worry about the war leader. That being said, we should still try to finish this guy off. Let's go back to Phalanx here. He is using the turtle strategy. He's turtling the loser. Olympic Games are concluded. We are able to reinforce here. Only 25 men per month, though, so let's just actually move off to controlled territory for now. Get a few recovery ticks, then we'll come back at full strength. This guy's got 10 as well. We can go down to slightly lower morale and have a little bit more money. And our navy is... Is it even necessary? There are no ships on their side. Let's go down to naval morale as well. We have a leader appointed to that navy? I don't. Let's make sure we have at least somebody there. Time for a new invention. Discipline for the triremes. Or trireme. Dipple rep. Dipple rep does help out with opinion. Let's take some national tax, get some money. People are doing stuff and things. We do have lots of extra trade routes that could be established. Like, lots of extra trade routes. If we wanted to spend lots of civic power over time, we can make a lot of extra money from that. There's just such a massive potential for extra bonus diplomatic reputation for exporting honey. Okay. That sounds reasonable to me. We don't actually need 15,000 troops here. Let's pull off 4 of them for now. I mean, I do kind of want to earn loyalty, because I like having them loyal, so that you get the extra discipline and the reduced maintenance price. But, okay, our Basilius is currently cruel, so we don't need to make him cruel with this modifier. Let's just do looting, be gentle. We've gained 7 captured pops. Sparta has fallen. Let's move on to Megalopolis. Let's send just 6. And actually, I'm kind of wanting slaves, so let's send the leader of this army there first. Let's have the guy with the 10 martial score, our guy here. Again, I think I've mentioned this before, but just want to talk through my logic here. Enslavement efficiency toward the bottom of that tooltip plus 13%. So he's got 10 from having 10 martial, and then an extra 3 because of the cruel trait. Effective commander, enslavement efficiency plus 3, plus the base enslavement efficiency of 5 equals 18%. So if I just send a leaderless army to siege this province down, the city down, our chance of getting slaves is only 5%, while if I use this guy, it's going to be 18%. And since slaves equals money and production and, you know, stuff, I'm going to do that. We've lost the siege of Chalkis. They've taken our slaves back. Those bastards. Okay, so Sparta is full occupied, except that Sparta just stole the occupation of Chalkis. So if we don't get that back, we can't actually separate peace him. We can desecrate holy sites. Sparta gets desecrated. Omen power minus 50%. I don't think we need to do this. Let's see, can we pull off one more guy? Let's keep this navy on naval landing, even though it is currently low morale. It should still be successful at moving around. It's only a level 1 fort. We have none chance of doing the siege. We have exactly 9,984 men. Not enough. Okay, do we have a port here? There is a port, so I'm gonna just send the navy over this way. And then once they're in position, we can set them back to naval landing again, but... Or apparently if I do that, they're gonna want to go home. No, never mind, just stay here then. Please do the blockade. Aristobulus will be very displeased if you do not grant him an office soon. Aristobulus Andotomid has been becoming increasingly restless of late. He believes that his stature is deserving of a key role in our government. He's got 7 religious skill. You could become the new Philosophos. How's that sound? Aristobulus, sure. Be friends, be happy, it's fine. You may have a job. Chalkis is starving. I don't think I missed any occupations for Sparta. He hasn't really done anything or expanded at all yet this campaign, so... The sacking of Megalopolis. I don't want to kill Pops, because we're going to conquer this land, because we might as well. So, that's fine. Gotta siege down another fort here. Can't demand that until that other fort has fallen. Befitting statue. Or befitting stature? I didn't actually fully read that. Just sort of barely processed it. But that's a pretty cool event. Why not? We'll take it. Is this a port? This is not a port. Sparta does still have their army. That must be the army that sieged down Chalkis previously. There's Chalkos full occupied, or returned to us. So now we can sue for peace, fully occupy, fully demand Sparta, and we shall just do that. So goodbye, Sparta. They're gone now. The Conquest of Sparta. The great city of Sparta has finally fallen to our troops and is now in our hands. Sparta was one of the two major actors in the Peloponnesian War, as well as one of the city-states who struggled against Persian oppression. The Lacedaemonians are almost mythical for their undeniable war prowess and army strength, despite their minor population numbers. After the Macedonians came to the stage in regional politics, Sparta lost most of its importance, in huge part because of the declining population. With the city under our control, our men and advisors wonder how we should treat our old enemy. There have been people asking for us to sack the city to the ground and bring everything valuable back home to Antigonia. The proud home of them will remain unharmed. We gain legitimacy, currently at 85. We gain 15 popularity, currently at 100. And Sparta gets merciful conquer until 75. 10 years, we get local unrest -3 just in this province of Sparta. Or some artifacts will be taken. We gain 368 gold. We gain prominence, which is also currently maxed. We lose popularity. Sparta gets looted and we kill some citizens. Or these petty hovels will be ripped apart if needed to find anything of value. For 10 years, we get heavy infantry, discipline, morale, offense, and defense. We get 1,000 gold, basically. Gain 10 more prominence, lose some popularity, gain 5 corruption, kill lots of people, and Sparta gets heavily looted for the next 20 years. I mean, seems fine, right? We do have, let's see, morale of armies. We have monthly corruption, -0.1. So our character is currently only, how corrupt? 0 corrupt. Which means that the 5 corruption we would gain is going to be gone in 5 divided by 0.1 equals 50 months. He was only 4 years. That's totally fine. After a protracted conquest, we have finally routed the Spartan armies and laid waste to their lands. During the sacking of their capital, many important prisoners were taken. We should probably get rid of some aggressive expansion here. Alright, let's do Diplo Rep, I suppose. I do want to start getting those trade routes, but I'd like to get the inventions first. Renovations. In his civic capacity, Phoenix informs us of an opportunity that has arisen. One of our most valued temples is in dire need of renovation. Lose 368 gold, and they gain prestige for their family. The Antigonid family, I believe that's our current family, right? Fearless leader, Demetrius Antigonid, also gains prestige. The effects of family prestige are what? We gain 1.14 each month. It does stuff. I think that the prestige of your family affects your base prominence, perhaps? Blood of Antigonius gives +20, ruler +90, head of family. Prominence changes by 2 each month due to ruler and head of family. So no, it's not affected by family prestige. We're losing some popularity slowly over time due to reasons. I don't actually know. I don't really see a specific effect. Either way, I mean, prestige can't be bad, right? Let's just get some money. And let's go ahead and maybe spend some of this money on extra monarch points, possibly. I'd like to get our research efficiency ratio to a good number, and work on some of these other conquests that need to be done for the goal of this campaign. The reason my navy is no longer set to naval landing. Let's go back over to here. Still low naval maintenance. I'm just gonna turn that off now. And we've won the siege of the war goal. Just need to finish the siege here, and we're all set. Also, let's take a look at like our citizens. Got 40 slaves here now. We need to have 15 slaves per produced good. Got some pretty unhappy slaves here. 37% happiness. Not right culture group. Costs oratory power to convert these guys. Let's probably wait till we're, well, the corruption's actually not rounding up to 21, so we could assimilate some of these guys. I'd rather not have, like, slave rebellions and stuff. But more importantly, I do want to get research. Even our citizens are not super happy. These guys are also incorrect culture. Seven buildings are already built. 5 citizens is just not very many. But you know what? Marketplaces all around. Do a massive, like, infrastructure project for now. Eventually our primary province is going to have the most population out of everywhere, so I think that's a reasonable thing to spend money on then. Okay, I'm going to take a short break here. I'll be back in the next episode. As always, thank you guys for joining me. Hope you're enjoying the campaign, and I'll see you soon. See you in a bit.